Welcome to this week's vlogging video. Today's video is one of my favorite types of videos, and it is a Q&A. So I asked in previous videos and then also in our Facebook group that you can become a part of through our courses some questions. We have such a long lineup of questions and I could go on and on about some of these. So I am going to get into this right away. Okay, the first question is, what's the best way to approach updating seasonal content year after year? So we are very specific on this. We do have this very detailed out in our courses. So to be respectful to people that have already purchased the course, I'm going to keep this much more basic, but we are constantly updating our most popular posts. So we will go into Google Analytics and look back at the previous year. We'll look at what's ranking right now, and we will make sure that anything that ranked in the previous year or anything that is ranking right now is always updated. With holiday posts, you can really reuse those. And so even like right now when I'm filming this, it is September 18th. We've been updating our holiday content for nearly a month now. So that's the nice thing about blogging, is a lot of the content can be reused year and year and year afterwards. Oh my gosh, I mean, I have some blog posts that I wrote 5 years ago and they still are so popular. But what we make sure of is that no one knows that they were written 5 years ago, because we keep them so updated that it looks like it was written in the this past year, a few months ago. All right, next question is my TikTok strategy. So TikTok has very quickly became my favorite social media platform. It's a love-hate, but that's how it is with all social media platforms. Sometimes the TikTok algorithm kills me. Like, there will be times, this bug is driving me wacko. There will be times where I think a video is so good and I'm like, oh, this is going viral. And then it will literally get like 100 views, and I have over 600,000 followers. So like 100 views is not good at all. And then I'll have other videos where I film them in literally a minute and I just put them up there and then they go viral. That's how a few weeks ago I was at Target shopping for pillows. And I randomly was like, oh, I'm just gonna film a quick TikTok. I was in my leggings. I mean, my hair was a disaster. I literally was like talking quietly because I didn't want people in the other house to hear me. And I posted the video while I was in Target. I got out of Target. It already had like thousands of views. The next day, Yahoo wrote an article on that video and it went like uber viral. It was one of my most viral videos of the entire year. And then I put it on Instagram Reels, and my following literally went up like 40,000 followers on Instagram just from that reel that I or that TikTok that I quickly filmed in the Target aisle and then put on Instagram. It's like insane. So I've like really become, it used to dampen my mood and it would be so ridiculous because I would get in a horrible mood if my TikTok videos didn't do well and I would like really feel like a failure. But then I was like, I cannot live like this. Like if I'm gonna be on TikTok, I cannot have this mental mindset. And you know, TikTok has its mind of its own, and you really need to go into thinking that like some videos are gonna do great, and then some videos, the algorithm is just not going to show it to people. And it's not that they don't like the video, it's just that TikTok is literally not putting the video in front of their faces to even see it. So you have to have really thick skin. Also, people are absolutely brutal on TikTok. I think TikTok has taught me, I think it'd be very hard for someone to say anything to me and me get like really offended about it because of TikTok. And I'm so conditioned that like people just say the most outrageous things. People are like actually bullies on TikTok, but it's part of the, sadly it's part of the environment, but it's worth being on TikTok. I've said that word a million times, because you can get your content and your face, oh my God. I have wait, you guys are gonna laugh at this. I literally have this right here because it's like driving me so effing insane, this bug. But besides like just compared to Instagram is now starting because they want to be TikTok, whatever. But you have to like follow the person to see their stuff. Whereas on TikTok, I like barely really watch the people that I follow. Like I am just on my For You page. And so random people will pop up and then I'll start stalking them and I'll start following them and whatever. But you just have so much power in TikTok. So I don't really have a strategy for it. I should probably have a strategy for it. I've just been so busy lately that like social media in general has really been put on the back burner. My New Year's goal for 2024 is to be way better and more consistent on social media. So I'll just like film a video. I mean, it's like really bad that I have I do not have a strategy right now. I'll just film a video and then I'll literally edit the video right away in Splice. Splice is my favorite editing app that I've tried out. CapCut's another really popular one, but I like Splice better. And then I'll just bring it back into TikTok. Sometimes I put it into Tezza and just do like a really, really light filter and then sharpen it a little bit. But then I'll bring it into TikTok and sometimes put a little music over it. Sometimes I will do like the Surrey voice. I don't know. I really don't have a strategy. I mean, like I do have a strategy. I need to refigure out my strategy before I give you a rundown on it. But no, TikTok is like insane. And I love the community. The thing with TikTok is my TikTok community is definitely not as tight-knit or loyal as my Instagram one. Like on Instagram, I have a loyal following, whereas TikTok, it's definitely not like that. So that's what I'm trying to like work up to. And I think that a lot of people struggle with that on TikTok is because like you can have so many like one-off viral videos that people will just randomly follow you but like not know you. Where on TikTok, like where on Instagram you have to like search someone and then you have to like scroll down on their pictures and watch their Instagram stories every day. So it just like forms more of a relationship. But TikTok, you can just get so many people in front of your content. All right, number 3, thoughts on AI and if you have started to use it. So I am really excited about AI, and I was not excited about it right off the bat. But I listened to this podcast, and basically the podcast was on like people are hating on AI so much, but it can literally bring our society back to actually talking to people, because a lot of the stuff that we do on the computer behind the scenes or whatever it is, like AI can handle a lot. So as far as blogging terms, we have not done anything with AI on our blog, and I'm sure that a lot of people have tried it out. My opinion on AI writing content for your website is that Google is so freaking genius. I mean, people at Google created AI. There is always going to be power of actual human beings with opinions and people who have physically used or done what they're talking about in their blog post to write the blog post and be able to talk about it, versus AI, where every single person that puts in a similar prompt is going to get a very, very similar article. I also think that Google will be able to easily scan it in 0.1 seconds and figure out, did AI write this or did a blog write this? If AI wrote it, they're going to want to promote their own things. Like, they are not going to want to send whoever's searching it in Google to your website when Google literally wrote that blog post for you, essentially, if you did it through AI, and they're going to put it towards one of their pieces of content where they can put their ads and they can make their money. That's my input on how it works for blogging. However, I use AI all the time when writing emails. Like, I will literally write an email and then I'll write it like super casually, really fast, and then I'll plug it into ChatGPT and I'll say like, make this better, and then it makes it so much better. Sometimes it's like really funky, like I definitely have to edit it afterwards, but it makes it so much better. I have the worst grammar in the world and it switches my grammar out, and so I'm really excited about that. That point, I just think that it allows you to free up your time so that you can go back to human interaction. For example, like journalists are I've just heard of journalists freaking out over AI. And yes, it is scary, but that gives you, by giving AI some of the tasks that like you don't have to do, you can now get back into the field and go interview people and go talk to people and like really do things that our society in general has gotten away from. I feel like I could have a I could really go down a rabbit hole on that one. I'm very opinionated about it. 4, given where you are now, would you still take the same route or would you rearrange your year focuses? Example, I started with my blog, and then my goal was to get into an ad agency, and then I started working on affiliates, and then I started doing email, and then I launched Instagram and YouTube, and then I launched TikTok. So I think what this person is like asking me is, would I go down that same path? Yes, I would, because I was writing blog posts from my dorm room, and my dorm room, like, even though I was writing them about really cute dorm rooms, like, my dorm room was really not that cute. And to be on social media, you have to have a lot of money, like, or you have to be really, really creative. For my job, I am constantly buying things that I can show on social media, which I can go get affiliate marketing off of those and earn income on them and gain more followers and whatever it is. But like, I would not be able to have as much content as I have right now if I didn't have money to spend on products. And so for me, yes, that like timeline still did make a complete amount of sense. Now, if you're going into it and you already have a very aesthetically pleasing house, or if you already have an office and you're going into finance and you have a ton of background on finance and you have money that you can invest in editing apps and whatnot, then maybe TikTok is the best way, because again, you can like get so many views on TikTok. The thing with social media is that you follow someone because you want to be them in some way, shape, or form, whether you think they're funny, whether you like their advice, you're watching this video because you want me to give you advice on your blog. I follow people on TikTok because they make really good dinners and I want dinner inspiration, or they wear really cute clothes, or their house is really cute. Like, I follow them because they're giving me inspiration for my daily life, and I would not be following them if maybe I'm gonna get crap for this. I don't even care. I probably would not be following them if they were in like a super old, outdated house, because that's just not what I'm interested in. So can you kind of like understand what I'm saying on that one? But for me personally, yes, that's the exact order that I would focus on. And I did a whole video on going over like what I focus on every single year. So we'll link that. I think we can put a link like this on the video right here. Tips on how to recover from a Pinterest algorithm update and a Google algorithm update. Okay, so people's biggest mistakes is that they freak the F out and then they change their entire strategy, and then things keep going down, but you don't know what it is that you did that made it go down because you changed everything. So my biggest advice, and what we do at BSL when we get algorithm changes, which, you know, we're on multiple platforms now, we get algorithm changes all the time, is we will continue to do our exact same strategy, and then we'll change one thing at a time, and we spend at least 6 weeks making sure that that one thing is working. That way, if our views keep going down, we know, like, okay, that one thing is definitely not working. Like, let's pivot. Or if views go up, then we're like, okay, that actually like did work. And for us, we have primarily kept with the same strategy since I started. And it comes back to, we are always thinking, how can we make this the absolute best video? How can we make this absolute best blog post, TikTok, whatever it is on the internet, so that Google always wants to show us their post or our post. Yeah, you know what I mean by that. So I think if you just keep going with that mindset on like, how can I make this absolute best content out there, Google's going to want to continue showing it no matter what the algorithm change is. And you almost have to, like, everyone dips at an algorithm change for a little bit and then it usually comes up. So just don't panic. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. Switch things out every once in a while. See if they actually work before you switch the next things out. And that's how we handle algorithm updates over here. How do you break into saturated niches like personal finance? Majority of keywords have an on-page SEO difficulty level of 60 plus and a high domain authority. How do you get pages to rank on Google when this is your competition? So it's not going to be a fast game for you at all. It's going to take you a really long time to get your post ranking to a point where you can rank among these people that have been doing it for years and years and have amazing content. So for situations like this, like especially the finance niche, I would actually recommend you getting on TikTok first. And that way on TikTok, you can grow a following and credibility way faster than you just like starting a blog and then having to work up to it. I mean, in the year that you are doing your TikTok, you could already have hundreds of thousands of followers, and then that'd be such a super natural progression for you then to start a website and just send people over directly to that website, because then Google will be like, oh wait, people are already going to this, it's already getting so many views, so we're gonna keep showing it, versus like you starting a blog, a finance blog, and then you'd have to work for 2 years probably giving amazing content just so you can compete with these like super high level blogs. So that's how I would handle that situation. And finance, I know it's not easy, but finance is easier to film TikToks for, because you can really just do it like this, sitting down, and then cut it. Or you can even just like take a video of your computer. You don't necessarily need to be actually like buying things and putting things together in sorts. Can she talk about her Instagram strategy more in depth and TikTok, because I know that helped her? Did she plan out content? Did she have a list of ideas she wanted to film beforehand? So when I started my Instagram, I do not half-ass anything. Like I go 100% in, and I handled Instagram the same exact way. When I started Instagram, I went into it being like, I am not just going to story every once in a while. I am showing up here every single day, and I'm posting on my Instagram every single day. So that was in 2020. And I legitimately did that. I showed up on my Instagram story every single day, multiple times a day. I had engaging content every single day. I posted on my Instagram every single day, like an actual in-feed post. And by doing that for an entire year and a half, 2 years, I was able to grow a really loyal following that still shows up for me today. Now I'm at a point where I simply do not have time to dedicate what it needs to be dedicated to towards Instagram and TikTok. Like I said earlier, I'm really trying to get back on that game because I truly just enjoy it. I like doing it. But it takes up a lot of time. So I'll go back to when I was really good about it and like focused it like it was my number one priority at that time. I would come up with a content calendar, and I came up with like a little, I don't even know what it is, but it was chords. That's what it was called. And so at the top of my like planner, I would write chords, and then I would do like based on my content, that would help me pick out what I was going to talk about each day. So like if it was a C day, it would be on cleaning. If it was an O day, it would be something about organization. If it was an R day, it would be a recipe. If it was a D day, it would be about decorating. And then if it was an S day, it would be about something personal in my life. And that kind of helped me give a direction on, it just helped it not be so much of a blank canvas. It gave me like, okay, well today I'm talking about organization. What should I talk about? Like I just organized my back closet. Like maybe I should talk about that. Or I want to organize my pantry. Like let's talk about that. Or my bathing, whatever it is. And so that gave me a direction. And then I would plan it out every single day. And I would plan out like, okay, what is the gist of the in-feed post versus like, what am I going to talk about on my Instagram story? So that's how I did that the first year. I need to get back to it because it was like so good. And my Instagram grew so fast then. What is the best blogging / business book she would recommend? Okay, so I have a few. What They Don't Teach You in Harvard Business School is just such a good book. And then I also really like Atomic Habits. It will get your life into shape. And then I learned a lot. This was a harder read. I did not enjoy it as much, and I would get distracted, but I learned so much in it, and it really changed my blogging business, was 4-Hour Workweek. So those are like the 3 holy grails that I would recommend. Advice on stress as a new blogger. I think if you're really stressing out as a new blogger, then you are overwhelming yourself with the amount that you have to do. That's why I literally the first year of my blog, I only focused on getting 2 blog posts done a week and getting them on Pinterest. I didn't focus on anything else. No Instagram, no other social media besides Pinterest. I had a really like short 1-paragraph thing on my about page. I wasn't trying to join self-help groups with other bloggers. I was joining Facebook groups to learn about like ask blogging questions, and I was taking courses, but I was not doing, I was just so focused on like what's going to make me money with this blog, and I was very realistic with my time and how much time I had, that I was more excited about it than I was like stressed. I think if you're already stressed as a beginning blogger, you're doing way too much and like you need to be careful of that because you're gonna burn out like so fast. So that was all the questions. I hope you liked it. Comment down below in this video if you have any other questions, and then I'll save them for a few weeks down the road and we'll do another Q&A. Make sure to check out my blogging courses. I Perfecting Blogging, Perfecting Pinterest, and Perfecting Email, and these all go so in detail about our strategy, exactly what we do, exactly how we do it, what we would have done back in the day. It is not something that we just like come and show up and are like, let's do this today, like blah, blah, blah. No, we know exactly what we're gonna do. It is legitimately a strategy and there is science behind everything we do here. So those courses go over all of that. I think that's all I have for you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you at next week's video.